sebene, yeah. Hello the family. In this video I want to talk about the different progression you will find in this African guitar style and rumba and Congolese sebene, and it's very important for you to master them, and we don't translate the terms used. There's not the same logic with jazz music or any other Occidental or European style, because it's just the way Congolese people have started to think, and they gave name to that. We talk about the demi-temps, the deux-temps, the trois-temps, the sept-sept. I want to talk about at least 4 progression, maybe 5, easy to understand. The terms are in French, and it's important for you to learn them. I haven't translated them because if we translate that, it loses its meaning. It's not the same thing. So I kept them in French, so the rest of the road should adapt to that. You may have heard the introduction with the solo that I've played. Actually, there were 3 different solos, and all of them were played with different progressions. The first progression was a demi-temps. The second progression was a deux-temps. And the third progression was a trois-temps. And this is where this progression thing is interesting, because the same solo, you can transform it to adapt it to be a demi-temps, a trois-temps, or a deux-temps, depending on the progression and depending on your feelings again. But if I pick my bass guitar, it would be a good idea for a better understanding for you. The bass line makes it easier to identify. So wait a minute. Here is it. So let's say that we're still playing the key of C, and do you remember that we've played 3 chords? We call them the fundamental chords for this style, and you know that the music we play is a cycle. Okay, it's a cycle. We start from one point and finish at another point, and then the music go over and over. And we said that the fundamental chords were the C major, which is the 1st degree, F major, which is the 4th degree, and G, which is the 5th degree. Okay, we've translated different notes into chords. We've harmonized them. I'm not going to talk about these other notes that we can harmonize. On the system, you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B. You get 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we're in the key of C, C is going to be the 1st note, so the 1st degree. Translated into a chord, it gives the C major. C, D, E, F. F, which is one of the fundamental chords, translated into chord, it gives a major chord. So we have F major, and it comes to the 4th position. And then in the 5th position, we have the G. Translated into a chord, it gives the G major. So you have 1st degree, the C, 4th degree, the F major, and 5th degree, the G major. 1, 4, 5. C, F, G. I'm not going to talk about the other notes that you can translate into chords, since in our case, African music, you can settle for only those 3 chords, which are easy to understand, 3 major chords. And I often say that any song of any place, from any culture, any country, you can bring it down into this system of 3 notes, the 1, the 4, and the 5. Every song. Yep, for real. Okay, maybe 99%. But you know what I mean? Those 3 chords are major chords that you can use anywhere. And it's very easy to understand, so smooth to your ear. You can easily get the melody, so no trap. Okay, so now with this fundamental, we know that C, E, the 1st degree, 1st position, F, the F major, 4th position, G is in the 5th position. Okay, we're in the key of C, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. You would agree with me that if you only play that in the same order, it will sound the same. You may change the beat, you may change the speed, whatever, but it would sound the same. So another way to make it sound different would be to change the order. And this is where we talk about the progressions. Okay, this is where we will be talking about the progressions. And now we get into the topic of this video. What are the main progressions in African music? We talk about demi-temps, 2-temps, 3-temps, 4-temps, and 7-7. Let's talk about it. The demi-temps is going to be 1, 4, 1, 5. So here is it. 1, 4, 1, 5. 1, 5. Did you hear it? The 2-temps is going to be 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. Okay, let's do it. 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4. And it's on purpose that I'm not playing the chords, because you just need to get the feel of it. So pay attention to the bass line. We'll give an example with full chords to let you know how it sounds. Now guess what could be the trois-temps? We say that demi-temps is 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, 5. The 2-temps is 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. Could you guess what could be the next progression? You have the 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. I'm sure you guessed it. So here is it. 1, 5, 4, 5, 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. Those are 3 different progressions, but there are still 2 you have to learn. One is called the 7-7. There are some places when you go in the center of Africa, this is where we come from. We'll see some countryside where they play only 2 chords. That would be the 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. All along the song until the end, you will only have this progression. And people would be dancing, praying, singing, worshiping on this same progression. And here is it. 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 5. Could you imagine a full song only with these 2 chords? Crazy, isn't it? And the 5th progression is called the 4-temps. The 4-temps, it's something a little bit different. I'm not gonna go in all the details, but just keep in mind that the progression is going to be the 1st degree, and then you go down from 2 frets. Okay, so 1 tone, and you give it a major chord, so it's gonna be in the key of C, C1, 6 plus, what we call the 6 plus would be the A sharp, okay, the A sharp, 6 plus, because the 6 in 6th position you have the A, and the A is not what we're talking about, okay. The A should be a minor chord, but we're not talking about all the notes harmonized. Just trust me for the moment. The quatre-temps would be a 6 plus, 6 plus, because it's not it's an A sharp, so C and A sharp, okay, A sharp, and the A sharp would be a major chord, okay. So the progression is 1, 6 plus, 4, 5, 1, 6 plus, 4, 5. Quatre-temps. Okay, and now that you know all those progression in the key of C, all you have to do on the guitar, if you wanted to change them on other keys, no need to learn maybe all the progression, all the notes which is composing each keys, but at least you can easily see the positions. You just have to move them, to offset them, if I can say it, to move them. Like if I'm playing in the key of D, I just have to imagine like if I was playing the key of C, but I've just moved up from 2 frets, okay, which give 1 tone. So the progression would be 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 4, 1 for the demi-temps. Again, the same for the deux-temps would be 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. And we're still talking about major chord, you remember that. 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. The trois-temps would be 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. 5, 4, 5, 1. The quatre-temps would be 1, 6 plus, 4, 5, or 1, 6 plus, 4, 5, 1, 6 plus, 4, 5, 1. Well, the set would be 5, 5, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4. And you're able now to move them all along the fretboard in any key. No need to learn all the composition, all the notes, all the harmony of all the chords in all the keys, every keys. Even me, I don't know them, but I can get lost on the fretboard since I know my positions. Okay, I know the different patterns. You have 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, all the same. 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. And even if I wanted to play chord, it would be 1, 4. Okay, even if I want to play in the key of A, it would be from here. Okay, well, that would be an A, and that would be A major. Okay. Okay, it's still the same. We have 1, 4, 5, 4, 1. 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. Or the octave which is here. 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. And so you can easily play it. Now the progression has no secret. Those 5 progressions are the main you can find in different tracks of this African music style. And sometime in one track you can mix them all. you may have a first part which would be demi-temps, and then you can jump to the deux-temps for like 2-3 minutes, and then you can jump to the trois-temps for maybe 2 minutes until the end. Sometimes you can start with the sets and then end up with trois-temps. And it's very interesting to try and pick any sebene, any riff, any lick, and to transform it into deux-temps, trois-temps, demi-temps. And this is what I'm going to do to end this video. So before I give you this example, again, don't forget to like, to drop a comment, to subscribe, and to subscribe also to my newsletter. You will get the first 3 lessons, diagrams, PDF file. Do you really think it's good to miss that? Come on. Sebene.